certaines régions du Cameroun, c'est tellement poussé à tel point que, avant que le mari ne soit enterré, cette femme doit avoir des rapports sexuels avec le frère du mari. Et beaucoup de personnes font cela. Alors, on a évoqué les types. La violence sexuelle, normalement, comme on l'a dit, elle est causée par le patriarcat, qui a pour corollaire l'éducation que nous recevons. Quand on nous éduque en tant que garçon ou fille, on fait croire à la petite fille qu'elles sont inférieures toute sa vie. Généralement, c'est le cas. Pareil pour le garçon à qui on fait croire qu'il sera le plus grand. Je vais prendre un simple exemple. Si on prend le biais de sexe enfant au Cameroun, si vous remarquez, c'est que les garçons qui sont sur le biais, c'est les garçons qui sont à l'école. Ouvrez les livres du Cameroun, vous aurez les publicités. Quand on parle de banquier au Cameroun, c'est généralement, on fait référence à un homme, un homme en costume. Quand on parle de cadre, on n'est pas aux femmes généralement. Les femmes au Cameroun, beaucoup de personnes ont éduqué de telle sorte que nous pensions que les femmes, c'est des gens qui restent à la maison, qui font le ménage, qui ont des enfants. C'est un peu cela. C'est
rentrer à l'école et faire part à mes camarades avec qui j'étais d'en parler chacun dans leur salle de classe et de faire comprendre aux plus jeunes, surtout de 6e, de ne pas avoir peur de dénoncer quelqu'un qui peut leur avoir fait des trucs pareils, qui peut leur avoir violenté n'importe comment. En fait, en parler autour de moi et faire comprendre aux gens qui ont été violentés de ne pas avoir peur ou honte d'en parler.
And how important was this workshop to you?
Ce qu'on a fait là, ça m'a appris beaucoup de trucs, genre la façon de s'habiller, les filles, comment les filles s'habillent, que c'est aussi la façon dont les filles s'habillent qui provoque certains trucs. Il est bien vrai que c'est pas parce que la fille s'habille comme ça ou comme ci qu'on va la violer, mais il y a aussi la façon de s'habiller qui joue. C'est ça vraiment que j'ai appris. Parce que ça, vraiment, pour moi, c'était un petit truc léger, mais grâce aux arts, au dessin et à certains problèmes, j'ai compris que c'était important.
Merci.
Okay, what I've learned for you is very interesting because you're saying fight against sexual violence. You see, sexual violence is very common in our society. It's very encouraging to fight against sexual violence because it leads to many disastrous consequences. So together with you, we should fight against sexual violence.
This concept was motivated or was inspired by women that we train in Limbe who came out to share their stories of cases of violence, of sexual violence and domestic violence that were perpetrated on them and some of their friends. So after we had a number of these women coming to speak out on cases of violence, we now decided to initiate this new phase of the project, which involves talking to the youth, the women and the men. Why did we take the youth? Because we know that the youths are in homes, youths especially in homes where the father is violent, easily copy the same violence and they grow up in that same nature. Now, all the time, women are being sensitized, but the men are left out, and they are the ones who are the perpetrators more often. So we decided to target the men, and we decided to target men that are in the low-income sector, that is taxi drivers, bike riders, who are the ones who easily perpetrate the act of violence on their women. Well, we started this campaign on the 4th of December, and we are going to end by the 20th of December. But the campaign is not actually ending then, because we are hoping that these people that we will train, they will act as champions against sexual violence. They will go back to their communities, they will go back to their schools, they will go back to their groups and sensitize their friends on what they have learned in the different movements that we are doing to the different towns. That is, yesterday we were in Boya, today we are in Banga, next week we are going to be in Kumba and Loom to crown the sensitization event.
My name is Ola Sandra Emma from GBHS Banga in the class of Form 5. What I've learned today is the causes, the effects and the consequences of sexual violence. Like the cause of sexual violence can be drunkenness. When someone has taken excessive alcohol, the person can do unwanted things because the alcohol have brainwashed his brain. He cannot think like a normal person. And a consequence, when a girl is raped, the victim can die. She can easily die because of overbleeding, and the victim also is traumatized. Even if those who survive the act are left with trauma, they have self-abusive conduct. And again, I've learned that it's good to also open gender clubs in school to encourage the students to fight against sexual violence. If in a case a teacher is harassing a student in school, the student can easily talk to her friends rather than going to talk to her friends in the club, rather than going to any police office. So that's all. So I've gathered that it's not good to dress indecently. And it's also good to obey and to not work in isolated places, and it's not good to make bad friends, because when you are decently dressed, you are like scaring away the rapist from you, because when you are indecently dressed, like wearing a short skirt, you are calling them and they can easily rape you. What I will carry home is that I will educate my fellow friends who are not here on decent dressing and to scare away from bad friends, and also to stay away from isolated places.